Chief Price Robinson announced his retirement earlier this year. The department now narrowing down the list to 3. City Council members held a meet and greet this evening for 3 candidates in the running to become the new Midland Police Chief. Fox 24's Clark Finney went to the First United Methodist Church in Midland where the meeting was held. Clark.
That's right. 2 of the candidates are former police chiefs from Pennsylvania and Missouri, while the 3rd is already with Midland Police. So Robinson is currently still with the force on an interim basis until a full-time replacement is selected. So far, there hasn't been confirmation on when the final decision will be made, but we'll keep you updated as that information is made available to us. Reporting live in the studio, Clark Finney, Fox 24 News.
Clark, thank you. It is the gift that keeps on giving.
Hi there, Hey, y'all just watched Fox News. They had a story about a meet and greet. They're choosing the next chief of police for Midland, Texas. Chief Robinson is still the active chief until they choose one. That's what they just said. And there's 3 candidates. There's Deputy Chief Darr from Midland, long-term a Midland police officer, and then there's 2 more candidates that have got a short list of 3 now. One is Dotson, I believe, from St. Louis. And then another one here is Helm. I think that's from Pennsylvania. You can read that. That's on the Midland Reporter Telegram. And one thing that's interesting, here's Deputy Chief Darr. And of course, he's married to Judge Robin Malone Darr here in Midland, a district judge. But one thing is interesting, he has really never come up on my radar as far as the crimes here against me in Midland. And I sent him an email when I emailed all the supervisors in 2013, and the True Miracle email, a lot of people have seen that. It contained all the supervisors, but I've never seen his name on any reports as far as being at my house, a secret police, or involved in any of the crimes here. So he's never been anybody that's been on this radar. The other day, though, and this was pretty recent, I was logging in. Actually, it was the week that I got blocked or banned off Facebook for a week for posting the video that was called "Killing One Homeowner After Another." It's about Mike Lawhon. By the way, today is Mike Lawhon died 9 years ago today. I posted about that, and that's a story y'all should see. But anyway, somebody didn't want that video, killing one homeowner after another, on there. I got me banned. And then that same day, I had to reset my password, which I use auto login, so I never mistype it. I never even type it. And so somebody had tried to get into my account, and they had it locked out, or had me locked out. I had to do a password reset. That was the same day I got banned, you know. And then when I did all that a few days later, I noticed that there was some misspelled account in my auto login for my Firefox Facebook login, and so I went and deleted them entries. And when I did, a group of names popped up. This is really interesting. I'm going to show you here, and let's see if how good a picture this will take. It's actually pretty blurry. And so I'll see if I can get a better picture of that. I'll read it to you. Basically, jdarr at midlandtexas.gov was one of the previous login names. Dallas_office at corner.senate.texas. That's Senator Cornyn's office in Dallas. J. Bruce at ap.org. And that is an executive with a vice president or reporter with Associated Press, the largest news company in the world. I've never emailed it, doesn't even know who that is. I had to look it up to figure it is. Katie Orth at KMID TV. She's a new anchor there, and I've emailed her one time. I have no idea why her login was retained in this auto login. There's S. Busby at AP.org. That was another person I've never heard of before, another high-level executive with the Associated Press. And then there's Laura Nodoff at co.midland.texas.gov, and that is a district attorney here in Midland. And then the last one was Tip at MidlandCrimeStoppers.com. And so that was so unusual and such huge proof of somebody tampering with my computer and hacking that I emailed that to a group of law enforcement officers here. I took screenshots of it, and you can see there that it actually, I sent it to everybody on that list, which was Jeff Darr, Kay Orth, Senator Cornyn, Jay Bruce, S. Busby, Laura Nodoff, and then Crime Stoppers, and then a blind carbon copy, which means they got it, but the people I sent it to didn't know. Price Robinson, who's the active chief of police right now, Sheriff Gary Painters, Midland Sheriff. I have an address. It's called Ask DOJ for the Department of Justice. I have a hotline email address for the Office of the U.S. Inspector General. And I have Major Creighton McGee, who is over Company E of the Texas Rangers, and they're over this area. He's supervisor over this area. So it's basically this group of top law enforcement in the area. I wanted them to see this because, and this was on September 22nd, 2017. Okay. And I'll kind of give you a short read on that. The reason that I'm emailing you is because I found your email address on my home computer for Facebook logins. I explained that below in my Facebook post from this evening. When you look at the history of what has happened to me, then it makes this much more interesting. Some of you I've emailed, but others I've never heard of. Here's a short history of what has gone on in my home. In 2008, I buy this home where the young previous homeowner dies a few weeks before closing. That was Mike Lawhon. That died 9 years ago today. My first call for burglary was in 2010, and then January 2012, 2 weeks after reporting a suspected tunnel going from the back of a secluded trucking lane to my home to the El Paso and Midland DEA. My phone lines were cut and I was shot by a person under my home. The DEA has never looked, and proof of them being called can be found on phone number 432-425-7987. This forced me to crawl out to save my life. My computer then catches the first two, or my camera is what it was, catches the first two secret police arriving minutes later to disable my cameras, and later that night a larger group of mostly secret police were caught on camera sneaking into my home, stealing evidence and staging the crime scene of this capital murder attempt. I have a $2,000 reward offered to anybody that can identify these secret police for over a year, which is something that has never happened in the history of America. The last secret police was when Nazi Germany used them to murder 6 million Jews. I'm talking about secret police. I've copied a few of the videos that I made telling this story, which is packed with hard evidence, and this included emails that I've received last week where the stalker wanted by my silence. This was also sent to law enforcement, okay? And then here's the story of the Firefox auto login. I saw something very alarming on my computer this past week, so I took screenshots and sent it to this group of law enforcement leaders. That is Chief of Police Price Robinson, Sheriff Gary Painters. I've already named them. Here's what happened. I use Firefox as my internet browser on my desktop computer, and it has a function that saves my username and password, so I never have to retype my password. Last Thursday was the same day as the secret stalker got me blocked off Facebook. I couldn't log into my Facebook account, forced me to do a password reset, okay? I then noticed, I'm skipping along, I then noticed the second time in the Firefox username login drop-down box, which had a misspelled name, the hackers had obviously misspelled my name. On Sunday, I decided that I wanted to get rid of that second name, so I went to Google, figured out how to do it, and I did it. And when I went back to the Facebook login screen, I see this new list of usernames, which I screenshot. That's what I showed you a minute ago. This is what I sent to law enforcement. I'll list them with notes below. J. Darr at MidlandTexas.gov. He is one of the people. That's the reason I'm reading this to you. He is one of the people being considered for chief police, and his Facebook login email address was found on my computer, and I wonder why. That means somebody was hacking my computer besides the murder attempt in my life and the secret police, etc. Dallas office at Cornyn.Senate.gov. I spoke with the staff of John Cornyn one day on the phone. I emailed that office, irrefutable evidence. I expected to talk to him, and once again I got the run around, and I'm still waiting. jbruce@ap.org. I never emailed, never heard of this person, yet their name shows up on my computer. It says, Gmail says that I've never emailed this person, but it looks like this is Jessica Bruce, and she works for Associated Press. This is what I found on the internet. The Associated Press announced today that Senior Vice President Jessica Bruce will be the new head of corporate communications while remaining in charge of global human resources. You can look that up for yourself. That is a big high roller. That is just amazing. Kay Orth, which is Katie Orth at KMID, that's Channel Big 2 News. And she started working here in May of this year, and I've emailed her one time, no idea why her email address is on my computer. Okay. And then we have S. Busby at AP. This is Sally Busby, and I've never emailed her nor heard of her. Google showed me this. The Associated Press announced today that AP Vice President and Washington Bureau Chief Sally Busby has been named the news agency executive editor effective January 1st, 2017. And this was announced as soon as President Trump was elected. That's when she was in Washington, as you see. Laura Noda, she is the district attorney here in Midland. It replaced Teresa Klingman. My first email to her was in 2015. She was also emailed on the video I made in May called Email to the Chief. Y'all can look that up on my YouTube under Buddy Webb. I sent her irrefutable evidence in a capital murder attempt on my life. I can't explain why she hasn't filed charges against the secret police that were caught on camera. I mean, when you're busted, and they're busted. Tip at MidlandCrimeStoppers.com. I sent tips to the Midland Crime Stoppers, but always from their online email. I didn't even know they had a normal email address, and I can't explain why that one's here too. So it's obviously some hackers on my computer, and that's one of the many crimes at my home that a half dozen people said that there's an underground facility here next to my home. This is Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. I'm just getting you up to date on this incredible part of this story. Talk to y'all later. Bye.